welcome to the studio. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, man.
Good to finally have you in the studio.
Finally.
I've had these so many questions, and it's like the universe has been stopping us from meeting because of the questions I have on my mind.
Yeah, probably. I remember like when I flew in at the airport.
Yeah.
I'm about to get my bag, and the security lady, they looked at me. You have bag. You have bag. I was like, yo, let me get my bag. And then you just, what happened? Where are you? I'm like, oh, hey. You know what I mean? So I'm used to the questions, man. Like, I know there's a lot of questions in the air. You know what I mean? I know there's a lot.
I think you're the only one that hasn't had those questions, or have you?
I ignore them because luckily I'm not here when those questions hit, so I can just switch off my phone and be like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But yeah, man, like I think the boys have handled well.
They have
in my absence. But I mean the answers are the same. It's diplomatic answers. You know what I mean?
Speaking of diplomacy, it's very, very diplomatic. When you guys media trained to handle, radio interviews or just press and whatnot?
The funny thing is, we actually had to train on the job. So basically, when we started, it was like we were excited just to get a radio interview, man. Like when we were starting out, you know what I mean? Like getting a radio interview was a big deal. Like to be heard on radio is a big deal. So as it went, we sort of picked up traits on like how to handle it. You know what I mean? Because it's easy, man, because like we talk a natural way. As human beings, we talk a natural way. It's hard to switch it off. Like in certain instances, like at the beginning, some of us, our mouths are not designed for radio.
Just go in.
We just say what we gotta say. You know what I mean? So, but like as time went on, man, I think we developed. We picked up little traits to develop our craft. And now it's like second nature now. I mean, we've been doing it for a couple of years, so like it's natural now.
So it's not something that was embedded in you by your management team together as a unit.
I think host the most they did is like you watch your mouth when you're out there. And like, so like because of the respect for the big Hobie, we always knew that we gotta keep it clean. You know what I mean? We gotta keep it clean and keep a certain level of like professionality when we're doing it. So like, but like an actual rollout, we're not blessed with such during our era, man. This is something we're learning and teaching people now. But in our era, it really wasn't there, man. We just had to act right. That was it.
Because speaking to you collectively, have interviewed you collectively and as individuals, and you're still, it's like it was a training that you went through as a unit. So I always refer you guys to every time I have an interview, I'm like, the most diplomatic people I've ever interviewed was ZoneFam and individual members and as a unit. You guys are very,
I think maybe going through it in the job, I think it was boot camp. Like maybe you just learn things without actually knowing, but like by practice and actually doing it continuously. Because look, you're talking about guys who spent every waking moment together. You know what I mean? So like if I'm in a situation, I know how Jay would react in that situation. I know how Tim would react. I know how Dope would react. I know how Hoster would react. I know how Alkanai would react to something. You know what I mean? We spent that much time together. So I think it became natural, man. It became natural,
Okay. And then when you started, you hit the ground running.
Hey, man.
You were fearless.
Hey, man.
We had been rapping, and then we were so sick and bugsy. We were holding back.
You're not just gonna speed past that, like you know what I'm saying. You're not gonna speed past that like that wasn't one of the best duos in the country. You're not gonna do that.
Hey, come on, man.
You're not gonna do that.
Hey, come on. It's not about so sick and bugsy right now. Come on now.
But I'm just saying though, like me personally, when I first came in, those were one of the names that popped up on the list of music I should listen to get acquainted with what's popping in Z.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah, thanks, bro.
Yeah, real talk.
All right, now past that, right? So now, we were holding back because we were afraid. We didn't know how the Zambian crowd would react to our music, and then we kept on pushing, but we were not pushing it hard enough. And then you guys just went all out, just boom.
Yeah.
How was that? Pushing the envelope beyond the limits, and were you expecting backlash, or were you expecting people to not respond to you positively?
Okay, maybe for the boys, maybe that was a possibility in their mind. So I was fresh out of SA. In SA, we were fighting our own battle of hip hop versus Kwaito.
Yeah.
And we were losing horribly.
It was kicking your
horrible, like crazy. You know what I mean?
Left, right, and center.
While we were that side, I developed the idea of like, I've got nothing to lose anyway. So whoever listens to my music is a new listener. Like even if it's like 2 people listening, that was enough for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I came this side and I realized that it's the same this side, I was like, and I told them like, it's the same on the other side of the fence. So like, I told them like, there's nothing else. What can they take away? What can they take away? So you might as well just do it like tomorrow is not promised. You know what I mean? And we went that hard simply because we wanted to change things. This is what people don't understand. When we started doing this whole music thing, it wasn't just for the fame or the people to know us or the money or it wasn't none of that. We wanted to see change because hip hop was something that wasn't taken seriously.
Precisely.
This is South Africa. This is Zambia. Africa as a continent. Hip hop was just, it was an American thing. You know what I mean? It wasn't taken seriously. So for you to go to someone and be like, I do music. Oh, cool. What type of music do you do? I'm into hip hop. Hip hop. Okay. I thought maybe you say dancehall, R&B. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we were on a mission to bring change to the fact that hip hop is hip hop, and we love this stuff, man.
True,
like,
true.
Like we in the culture, we do it for the real.
Yeah.
So when we're going in, man, like that was what was on the mind, and I guess maybe we went that hard as well because it was like we got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
We really got nothing to lose at this point. We just need to get the music out.
If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't,
Yeah, but we're also scared as well. Like, let me not lie. Like, you know what I mean? Because at the same time, and it's a gamble, man. Like, because don't forget, music is not free. There's studio time, there's mix and master, there's promotion. Back then, printing of CDs, like that wasn't cheap. You know what I mean? So if you decide to do this thing, yes, you want it to work out, but if it doesn't work out as well, like
you feel it.
It's an L, you know, and like human nature, dog, an L hurts. I don't care who you are, dog. Like an L hurts. You can be a millionaire and you try a business venture and it doesn't work out. It's gonna hurt you. You know what I mean? So. Hey man, it was a give and take, bro. We had to do what we had to do at that point. Yeah, so it was all or nothing.
So you went in, you started making, the airwaves buzzing.
Yeah.
It was crazy, man. It was crazy. How did you get the attention of Taurus music?
For Taurus music, it was actually funny how we got the attention. Taurus music, during that period, we were sending out our demos to record labels, right? So your Universals, your Sonys, we were sending out our music to different labels everywhere. So Taurus came across our package that was intended for Universal. You know what I mean? So luckily, someone at Taurus sat down and actually listened, which is something that doesn't, when you submit, like, let me not even lie to you guys, and yes, as someone who's part of, but we'll talk about that, like someone who's part of the regular. You cannot listen to everything. Like it's impossible. Too much music comes in. So we were lucky that someone at Taurus got our package, sat down and listened, and it was like, yo, like these boys are mad dope. Took it to them to someone above him, and they got in touch. It was like a joke, like literally, it was like a joke. And the first time when they hit us up, we were like, okay. Where they from? Kenya. Who's hollering from Kenya? You know what I mean? So it was one of those. And then like he actually flew in. He flew in. Is like, look, I want to meet you guys. We're like, all right, make it happen. And he flew in.
Good.
When he flew in, we met this guy. We're like, okay, this could actually be a real thing. Like this could actually be a real thing. And what he was talking about, what he wanted to do with his company. Because look, Taurus was still relatively new.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, when we signed with them, you know what I mean? So it was like, let's do this together type of a situation. You know what I mean? Because obviously, when you meet someone for the first time and he's offering you something, like, okay, but what have you done though? What's your reference? Who can we go and look at and like, oh, you did that? You know what I mean? And he didn't have any people at that time who were that strong. So it was like literally saying, we're gonna be the face of the record label. You know what I mean? And that sounds like revolution. And ZoneFam boys, man, anything with a challenge in it, we're like, let's do it. Let's do it. And it was a great relationship, man, because We made history in a year.
In a year.
In a year.
Big time.
Yeah, in a year. That was the biggest year of our careers. As a group, definitely, hands down. Because that's when we created Contolola. That's when we created Translate.
Yeah.
To date, those are some of our biggest records. In our catalog.
Yeah.
And we're talking global reach. There were people in Germany who were sending down videos.
Yeah.
There were people in America in these Zumba dance studios. They had Contolola as the music.
Yeah.
Like it was surreal, man. Yeah. It didn't feel real. You know what I mean? But it was beautiful.
Nice.
Man.
So, you signed with Taurus, and you're still recording with ZoneFam Records.
Yeah, Slam Dunk Records.
Slam Dunk Records.
Yeah,
Slam Dunk Records.
yeah.
You're still recording there, and then obviously now local companies want a piece of you.
Yeah.
How was getting those deals?
It was very uncomfortable because for them they put pressure on us because we've done so much. And back then, like, brands were not dishing out the type of checks they're dishing out now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It was like they'll try and negotiate you down all the way to the bone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at that point now, because we got foreign representatives, and they know the value of what it is.
Art, yeah.
A lot of deals got shut down, and we were sitting there, we're like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, get it. You know what I'm saying? Bring it in. You know what I mean? And it was like, nah. The bag is
more than that.
The bag is not big enough, and it was hard to see it because I mean that's just the way things worked.
Yeah.
But I remember when we started talking to MTN didn't talk to us on a local level. We talked to them on like a face-to-face big boy. They're like, all right, we need to get this done. What do we need to do? Unilever, same thing. Okay, we need to get this done. What do we need to do?
Yeah.
And then that's when we learned. We're like, so when you know your value. And you know what you're worth. You put your foot down. It's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, there's periods in between where you need bread to come in. You need to put food on the table. You need to take care of the fam. You understand?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're getting peanuts for hard work that you've put in, it doesn't feel the same.
Doesn't feel nice. Yeah.
But that's also part of the game.
Yeah, part of the process.
Yeah, part of the process that a lot of people don't tell you about.
Yeah.
When you're coming into the game, you just want to make music, but the business side of it is cutthroat. It's really cutthroat, so you need to be ready for it.
Was it scary for young boys, holster, flying out and then, visiting these countries and, meeting executives and, doing deals? Were you recording, did you start recording from Taurus, from Kenya, or you were still recording from here and just...
We wanted to keep it down this side.
Wanted the field to maintain.
Yeah, we're doing everything in Slam Dunk Records simply because that's where home was. You know what I mean? We didn't wanna change base because we felt that once we change base, we're gonna lose our identity.
True.
And back then, it's actually kind of a battle that we had to face even then because the bigger we got, the demand for like more danceable, more Afro-related music started coming up. That conversation started coming up a lot. So with us recording a Slam Dunk Records, we had more control on what we submit to the label. You know what I mean? So if the label's like, okay, we need 4 songs, and we send our 4 songs, like, okay, but this is too hip-hop. Where's the danceable ones? Like, there's one lying around somewhere. You know what I mean? So we had more control. If we had changed base, that conversation would have been very different. You know what I mean? We would have started making a certain type of sound because like I said, the business side of it, man, like there's a certain type of music that sells. You know what I mean? So we didn't want to drift too much towards that and stick more to what we started doing, which is hip hop, man.
Yeah. Nice. And then you started winning awards and traveling the continent and whatnot.
Man.
The bag got bigger. Did anything change, like, from where you were hanging out, the crew and, family dynamics and whatnot? Did anything change inside, each and every one of you guys or as a clique?
The pressure got bigger. So from an individual point of view, personally for me, the pressure got bigger because now my family was like, even back in Asia, they're like,
we see what's going on
I saw
here.
your BG. So so this one is getting married next week. There's this, there's that. So like the black tax got heavy. Black tax got heavy. But it's part of growing up, man. You know what I mean? And the older we got, we realized that no matter how big the bag gets, like there's always going to be expenses everywhere. You know what I mean? Like everywhere. So be it business or family, like you have more people depending on you the better you start doing and the higher you start going. And I think in most cases we're not really ready for that. Like, it came too quick. You know what I mean? When I say too quick, not that we didn't deserve it. It's just that when it happened, and then like the black tax hit immediately. You know what I mean? So it was like, okay, can we like enjoy
a little bit?
Can we like ball a little bit? You know what I mean? But it's part of growing up, man. It's part of growing up. I think the biggest change would be responsibilities. Like, that's actually the time when I relocated, and I told the family in SA, I'm like, look, man, I'm heading down to, and they're like, so how are you gonna do this? I'm like, no, I'm in a financial position where I can handle myself now. Like, I can take care of myself. So I started doing everything on the solo dolo, and like it gave independence. Okay, that's the biggest change, independence.
So when you relocated, you were on your own.
I was
on your own.
When every time would go on radio and would say we family, people took it like, you know, like hip hop slang, but no. Like, I stayed with the boys, man. Like, we lived together, we're in the same crib, we're recording. You know what I'm saying? We were grinding, paying for rent and doing for this and that. Like, I stayed with the boys. This was my family.
It was family for
every
real.
single one of them. I've been in all of their houses. All of their mothers were my mothers. All of their sisters were my sisters. Brothers, so forth and so forth. You know what I mean? So they became my family, man. Like, legit. Like, they became my family. Yeah.
Damn. All right. That was a good run, though.
It was. You know what? And every time I say this, it sounds like I'm throwing shade on whoever else is coming up, and that's not the case, man. Look, if you destined for greatness, what I say shouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But the fact still remains, what we did. I'm me personally, and I'm not talking on behalf of the group or whatever. No, me personally as Young Verbal. I'm yet to see that. And when I say that, I mean I'm talking about from grassroots, from starting to branding to building, to putting the work in and actually winning. You know what I mean? I'm here to see that. Because right now, the way things are set up, if you play your cards right, you can be placed in the right places and you can pop. Just like that. Like, that's just the way the game is set up now. You know what I mean? And I always say this, and I say this with pride. We crawled so everybody else could walk and run.
There you
know
go.
What I mean?
There you go.
And that's not even spice or being cocky. Like, we put the work in.
It is what
man.
it is.
Yeah, we're talking about years of hard work. We put the work in. You know what I mean?
It is. It should be documented.
Definitely.
It should be documented because it's something that nobody can take away from you guys. You laid the foundation, the platform for the new school, especially the cats that didn't appreciate or start at the time you started. They should be following your footprints, your footsteps, and saying these are the steps. And you took your wins and your L's, and you turned them into wins.
You know what I mean? And it wasn't easy.
You
man.
had a lot of wins, and you had you had some beefs here and there.
Amen. Amen. And you know what? The sad thing is, like, I'm probably like responsible for like 80% of those.
Really?
Like, I'm competitive naturally, man, and we all are. We all are. And whether people want to admit it or not, it's part of hip hop, guys.
It
like,
is the culture.
We're not the first ones to have beef, and we will not be the last. You know what I mean? Beef. And I'm not saying go out there and just start popping off and provoke people. No, I'm just saying, like, in a competitive setup, you will have people who say, there's a saying that to be the king, you have to take out the king.
The king.
You know what I mean?
True.
There's always someone who's on the throne before you.
Yeah.
So for you to be labeled the best, you're going to have to go at the best, and you have to bring your A game. It's part of the game. That's what we're taught, like, from when we're still trying to learn how to rhyme, put words together. So, hey, man, like, don't be casualties along the way. Like, it is what it is. You know, I will not apologize, first of all. I will... Every beef that we've had as a group and me individually, I stand by it.
Yeah.
I stand by it. And I am taking nothing back.
For real?
I'm taking nothing back, bro.
But have you made amends with some of the artists you had beef with? You're in talking terms, you've moved past it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even did records together and everything. I mean, it was business. It was business. It was business. Like, you gotta keep it moving. But the fact still remains, like, if we gotta do it again, we'll lock horns. We'll handle.
It is ZoneFam 95.3 in Lusaka City on Top Star. You're catching us on channel 91 on Facebook. We are ZoneFam Zambia, having a conversation with my main man, Young Verbal. Hey. And the conversation continues on the other side. First, we have News Minute. Everybody is listening and everybody is watching. ZoneFam 95.3 in Lusaka City. My name is Bugsy Mandola, the kid in the building with me. I have Young Verbal.
The Melanin Boys. Bafana Body Katana.
Hey man, you're a vibe. You're a whole vibe.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I feel like I need to explain what Bafana Body Katana means.
Please
man.
do. Please do.
So, you know how I'm called Young Mbaku?
Yeah.
Cause you know.
Yeah, of course.
Young Mbaku.
Mbaku.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, now, I don't know if you guys know samurais.
Yeah.
There's a special sword that they use.
Yeah.
It's not just a random sword. It's called the katana.
Katana.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the sword. The sharpest blade in the world is a katana.
Katana.
When we step on the mic, listen, man.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
Come on
Bafana
now.
Body Katana. We
Yeah.
only move with katanas.
Hey.
Lyrical senseis. Bafana Body Katana.
All right, so you relocate to Z, living with the boys, and the deals are going through. Your brand is big at this point,
Huge.
and artists are flooding your inbox wanting to do collaborations.
Yeah.
I was which artists in particular would you like to mention that hit you up and you didn't work with them then, and even now you haven't still worked with them?
For me personally, as a group, I'm not sure because Hosta is the one who handled the ZoneFam page. So I won't lie, like 90% of what goes on in there, I don't know. I don't know. That page is too busy, man. Even today, the traffic in there is crazy. So there, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. But I know for a fact that we were supposed to do something with one of the members of Sauti Soul back then. And it just never clicked. We never got around to it. It was plus minus about the same time when we were doing something with Pato Ranking. Yeah, we're supposed to do something with one of the guys. We actually met them when Jay was nominated for the MTV Awards in South Africa, because I was with him, because when he came down, I met him up that side and we were moving together. On the red carpet, like, oh, ZoneFam! Like, hey, what up? And me and Jay looking at each other like, but how does he remember? You know what I mean? And then that's when he told us, like, yeah, we're supposed to connect, we're supposed to link, but the schedules just didn't clash. It was the time when we're doing a lot of work in Kenya. So they wanted to connect, but the schedules just didn't mix. You know what I mean? They just didn't mix. And then But for me personally, I slept on wheels. I slept on wheels. Wheels hit me up, and I only saw it late. We even laugh about it now. I'm like, boy, that feature, huh? I'm here to pick up. I'm here to collect. You know what I mean? Shout out to Wills, man. Like we got some fire cooked. Shout out to Wills. Yeah, we laugh about that, but
Okay.
Yeah.
And then boom, April 1, we get an announcement.
The biggest announcement of our careers.
Yeah.
Man.
That was a culture shock.
It really was.
It was.
It really
was.
It really was.
Was it something that you had discussed in the background prior to the announcement?
No. Duncan hit us up and he was like, they're gonna announce, like, this was like a week before, they're gonna announce, like, soon, the nominations. But by then, even though the ambitions were high, because remember we had done the channels before, but we didn't get it. We lost it to it was Ice Prince. We lost it to Ice Prince. So, like I said, L's hurt, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we were sitting in that hole, you know what I'm saying? We're like, this is it.
This is it. We've put in work.
You know what I'm saying? We're about to put Z on the map.
Hey.
Boom, boom, boom. Quang, quang, quang. So, when it was time for the announcement, we're not even looking for it, bro. We're not even looking for it. I think we hadn't really recovered from the first time. So we're like, nah, probably not.
Not even talking about it. Just business as usual.
It wasn't even on the radar. We were more focused on just putting the work out. It wasn't even on the radar. Yeah.
Boom.
When it hit, man, we celebrated like we won already, bro. We were wilding, bro. We were wilding, man. Like, we celebrated like we won it already. For us, just to get nominated. And the thing is, the category where we were, guys, our competition was Sauti Soul, Mikasa,
come on now,
Ice Prince,
Wizkid,
come on, for baddest boy,
like,
you know what I mean? Like, just the company we were amongst, we were happy, man. We were happy. For us, that was a big achievement, man.
And not is a win, man. It really is.
Especially if you're really trying to get your music out on an international level,
Yeah.
for them to even notice you and place you amongst greats like that,
Yeah.
hey man, like we felt like we won already, man. We were celebrating like we won already just from the announcement alone.
Fast forward, you know, the team breaks up.
Yeah, man. I always like to tell people that, you know, I mean, like, growth is necessary, man. You can't run away from growth, man.
Absolutely.
So look, we had ambitions as a group, right? ZoneFam had ambitions as a group, but at the same time, we had ambitions as individuals. Because people must remember, before we were ZoneFam, we were individual artists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're putting out music, we're doing everything like that.
Yeah.
So with everything that we achieved with the group,
Yeah.
like we just felt like, yo man, like what could be on the other side of this fence?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not in a bad way, man. Like it was bound to happen,
Yeah.
because that's why I always say I'm yet to see anything like that again.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because we reached heights that are unheard of in Z. Like nobody was even having such conversations.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
So we felt that we can replicate that
At a very young age as well.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I mean, this is like for kids from the hood, man. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
These are like hood niggas. Like, we've
You know
got
what I mean?
ambitions, we've got aims, but
Yeah.
you never think like your dream would actually come true and you'd live your dreams. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, on an individual level, man, you're like, yo, like, what if? What else is out there?
Out there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Beyond this that we are now, because we felt like we've done everything we can possibly do, bro.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, the only thing that was missing is a Grammy, and that's still on the horizon.
Yeah,
You know what I
of
mean?
course.
That's definitely still on the horizon. But like on an individual level, man, like I know everyone had ambitions. You know what I mean? Jay has always spoke about how he wants to play with the sound that he grew up on. So he used to listen to a lot of dancehall, reggae, like a lot of Jamaican music, like when he was growing up, because of the people around him. And he's always, like, he used to say it like a joke, you know, I've always wanted to play with this sound, man. Like, I've always wanted to see what's there. Like, so that was one of his ambitions. So to watch him become the Lion now.
Yeah.
So to everyone, it's like, Jay can do this. For us, it's like he manifested it. He's been talking about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dope. His ambitions. He's always wanted to be in media and just do like things away from the mic.
Yeah.
Great things away from the mic. Look at Dope now, man. He's like he's on one of the biggest telenovelas in the country.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Tim has always had ambitions of actually getting in touch with his spirituality, and this is something that he's always spoke about. Look at Tim now. You know, he's one of the most sought after gospel artists, and people can't wait to hear what he's gonna do. And then you've got the melanin boy here. Like at the time, like I didn't know what I wanted to do. All I knew is, you know what, I want to be in the entertainment industry. I just didn't know to what extent. I knew that music wasn't everything. I wanted to see what else was there. That's when I started dabbling in the business behind the music, because I noticed when we were coming up, if we had someone handling that side of the business for us, I feel like we could have been even bigger than what we were. But it was a learning process. You know what I mean? So I wanted to find out, like, okay, how does it work behind the scenes? You know what I mean? Like, yes, we make the music, we put the music out, but what happens on the other side? That's what I wanted to do, and that's how I started Rovert Cartel Music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So now Rovert Cartel Music has kicked off and whatnot, and you've decided you're not going to be hands-on.
No. Because, Bugsy, artists are a headache.
Yeah.
Okay. Artists we've got.
You speak from experience.
From experience. Like I see the gray hairs we gave Hoster, bro. Like I don't want that for myself at all, bro. At all. And we've got like 8 on the roster right now, right? And we've only announced one. The sniper. The sniper on the roof.
Lord of the Petty.
Lord of the Petty. Mister, I don't care what you have to say, I'm still gonna rap.
I'm going to do
You know what I'm saying?
me.
The copper belt boy himself. You know what I'm saying?
Art is tick.
Art is tick. The boy critic.
Yeah.
One of the best lyricists I've come across, hands down.
True.
One of the best writers I know. One of the smoothest delivery on the mic that I know. He definitely had to come on the cartel.
And why did you pick him?
Because I felt like Tick is going to be our biggest challenge.
Absolutely. That's why. In fact, that's why I've asked. Why did you pick him? Because you know, Critic is when he wants something, he wants to go get it. He wants,
and nothing can stand in his way.
He's seen it, he has it, he's pictured it, and he wants to grab it, and he doesn't let go.
Now see that there's also a bad side to that.
Yeah.
Because like with all that ambition,
Yeah.
there's paperwork.
Yeah.
There's the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
There's media plans. There's rollouts. There's what I mean. There's more to the music now than what it was when we were coming up.
Yeah.
And every time, so I was in Cape Town with my business partner in Robert Cartel Music, Trevor Self-Styled King Mumba.
Yeah.
We were in Cape Town. We're chilling, we're vibing. We just started the company, and we're excited. So we're celebrating. So we're in Cape Town, we're chilling, man. And then On My Soul came out by Critic. Yeah. So there's actually a video on Instagram of Trevor like vibing to the song. Yeah. He sent me a link. He's like, yo, bro, have you heard this? You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, did he drop something new? He's like, you need to hear this. Yeah. So I played the song, and bro, I fell in love with this guy's catalog all over again. Yeah. All over again. Because when I heard On My Soul, like I knew what he was talking about, because I was there when he was doing all these things he was talking about. And I had this conversation with Trevor. I'm like, yo, big homie, why do you think it's like, it's not even a question. It's not even a question.
Even a question.
Like, make it happen.
Okay.
Make it happen. And we approached Take, you know what I mean? We've been in talks for a couple of months, you know what I mean? And we started working on a few things. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So we just announced him yesterday, but Take has been on the stable for a couple of months now, you know what I mean? Just putting in the work. One of the greatest minds that I know, man, and I say he's gonna be our biggest challenge, because it's very difficult to control that type of talent. Yeah. Because he embodies what he is. Yeah. People think that Take just wows out for the sake of wilding out. Yeah. No, like he can't control what happens in that mind of his. Yeah, man. Like true. Take is the culture. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he lives for this music thing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's his identity. It's in his geno, and he can't help it. So when he feels like you're not listening, it's not that he's acting out. Like that's the only way he knows. He becomes bigger, so that he can be heard. You know what I mean? And a lot of people misunderstand that. So now we need to harness that, and put it on a global platform. And I personally believe that Take is bigger than the continent. I see Take being bumped somewhere in Germany or something. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, like he's that good. But the thing is, he's going to be our biggest challenge, because now we need to bring this dream and make it reality. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, nice. And then as far as your music?
My music. Hey, man, like, you're going to get me in trouble, because the Cartel family been shouting at me for a minute.
You know what I'm saying?
But in my defense, the double mixtape drop that I did in December, that wasn't for me. That was not for me. That was, and the reason why people are like, why so many songs? Why 2 projects on the same day? Because I've kept the people waiting for a very long time. And I felt like people got different versions of Young Verbal. So there used to be Verbal Assassin before there was Young Verbal. You know what I mean? So people got different versions of him. So I felt like dropping one project, I'll be doing injustice to the people who are expecting something else. That's why Forever Young is more trap, it's more party, club music, radio singles, bangers, and so forth. And then COVID Files was for my day ones, the listeners, people who appreciate pen, people who appreciate emotion, people who appreciate storytelling, people who appreciate someone telling you that, you know what, you're gonna be alright. No matter what's going on, there's someone out there going through the same thing like you.
Push your pressure.
And Push Your Pressure, and the thing is, that's actually one of my biggest records on COVID Files.
That's my personal favorite on
that. That record right there, man.
It needs a video.
It really does. It really does. And I'm gonna do the needful.
Yes,
I'm gonna do the needful. So the story behind Push Your Pressure, when I was recording Forever Young, I was recording at the So Good Studios. They're the ones, like, I handled 90% of the project was done at the So Good Studios.
Okay, nice.
So in and out of the country, write, record, and then I have to leave. I'd go record some songs that side, come back. I lost 4 records that were recorded already, and then like computer, a hard drive died.
Damn.
And I lost 4 records, bro. This is when I've announced, I'm like, yo, I don't know if you remember, I announced that I'm gonna be dropping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? During this period.
Yeah.
Hard drive dies. Damn. I lost 4 records, and when I say 4 records, I mean like the beat is gone, the files for the beats, the separates, everything is gone. So I can't just jump into studio and re-record. No, like these files are gone. They no more, bro. Like,
damn, man.
I remember I was with Dope and I told him like, you know what, bro? I'm done, man.
I think it's a sign,
bro. I told him like, if it was meant to come out, it was gonna come out. You know what I mean? So during that period, I was in a very dark space, and then Rock Beats hit me up. He's like, bro, I know you're done with the project, but I've got something that you need to hear. He sent me the beat for Pusha Presser. I lost my mind. I lost my mind, and with everything I was going through, I was like, you know what? Let's turn it into music. And that's when I wrote Pusha Presser. So when I watch people like you and the listeners wall out when they hear Pusha Presser, it brings so much joy to my heart, man, because that came from a real place. You know what I mean?
Your heart out.
Because during that period, guys, I was trying to push a Presser myself. You know what I'm saying? I was out there. I was like, yo, man, we gotta keep going, man. And that became my anthem, man. That became my anthem. So I love that record, man. So COVID Files for me is very personal, very, very personal. If people listen to COVID Files, it's more lyrical, it's more intimate. You know what I mean? You get to tap into Reggie, not Young Verbal or Verbalist. You get to tap into Reggie and Reggie's everyday life. You know what I mean? I've got sisters, bro. That's why I did songs like I'm Sorry. You know what I mean? I've got sisters and I know what's going on out there. You know what I mean? I've got family who are not South Africans, and during the xenophobic attacks, I know what's going on, and that's why I wrote about that. You know what I mean? I get anxiety sometimes. That's why I did songs like I Don't Need Your Sympathy for people who battling suicide and you know, depression and anxiety, all those things. So that was a very personal project for me, man. Very, very personal, and the reception for it was beautiful as well. So it was worth it. It was worth it. Yeah.
Come on now.
Come on
now.
The Katan.
Hey.
Twing, twing, twing. Melanin boys.
Hey, man. Wish we could go on and on and on the whole day, man.
Hey, man.
It's been nice, man. It's been nice. Talk more about Rovert before we say our goodbyes.
Rovert Cartel Music. You already know that's a new movement. You know what I mean? Melanin boys, but fun about the katana. All you gotta do is send me those links, man. Like I've been seeing you, man. You'll be sending those links like crazy. I promise we're gonna get around to listening to everything. And if we love what we're hearing, we're definitely going to get in touch. You already know what it is. It's at Young Verbal on all digital platforms. You know what I'm saying? Get in touch with the boy. Let's communicate. Let's connect. And let's do the damn thing. ZoneFM.
Hey.
Man.
Radio gone rogue. Radio gone TV.
You know what, guys? I know we're out of time, but quick story.
Yeah.
I hit up Bugsy. I'm like, bro, I'm finally in the country. Let's do this. He sets it up and everything. And then like I'm spying on the ZoneFM page, and I'm like, something just says TV. I'm like, wait, what's going on? I sent Bugsy a DM. I'm like, my G, is this radio? Is this TV? That is like first floor. 1 p.m. Let's do this. Man. Yeah. It's beautiful to be here, man. Thank you for waiting, bro, and being patient.
Hey, man.
Letting me come to tell my story. I appreciate you, famo.
Appreciate you making time and coming through, man.
Definitely, man.
All day, every day.
You think I'm not gonna bless the ZoneFM, Sun TV's station with, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had to come through and bless you with a katana move.
Katana move.
Hey. Bafana wadi katana.
My name is Bugsy the Kid. Thank you so much for staying with us, and keep sending those comments on our Facebook page, ZoneFM Zambia, and on the Young Verbal's Facebook page as well. Keep commenting as well.
Yes.
Yep. Till next weekend, take care. God bless. Zamandola's out of the building.
Bafana badi katana
out of the building.
Yeah. Zambian Bruce. I say rewind, pause. Baby girl, your body's so fine, of course. On the dance floor, you a beast, of course. Girl, you killing me, give me overdose. Oh my God, I can feel you in my heartbeat and pulse. In your business, me wanna put my nose. Gotta take you home, cause I got no choice. You're my choice. You take me out like a bison. You corner me like a Tyson. You drive me crazy, show me license. Girl, I know that you know, I know that you want this. Good girl in the morning, freak in the evening. Girl, when you drop it low, you take it personal. Girl, when you drop it low, you take it personal. So then on your rotation more. Bad girl, I want, show me what you got. Don't hold this up. Bad girl, I want, like hold up, pause. Girl, I ain't stopping till you mine and I'm yours. If you're asking me, it's you, of course. It's you, of course. Called you cholesterol right from the start, cause you bad for me and you worse for my heart. No disrespect to your girls, baby girl, I ain't feeling them. You followed by the zeros, you that one in a million. And every time bad girl whine, she got them watching like she got the time. Then she drop it down low, slow-mo when rewind. She refine how she move, make me lose my mind. Get it on and one do. Come cry with her down on the floor. Kinda ironic how you kill it with your body, with the CPR vibe. You the life for the party. Give on that when a baby feel like a dollar. Next for my hand, I know so very was all. And without second thought, girl, I drop every dollar. Got economy, I put the mara osa magala. She got the kick at a kick, so hale keke. Honestly, she's killing the black. It's like what's what I got steak, feeling the vibe because I'm gonna never to skip it. Show me what you got, baby. Baby, then on your rotation mode. Baby, what you got, baby. Then on your yeah, yeah. Bad girl I want, show me what you got. Bad girl I want. So then on your rotation mode, yeah, yeah. Bad girl I want, show me what you got. Bad girl I want, bad girl I want. Love how you sit on the rhythm. Love how you moving your waistline, yeah. And for the first time, yeah. Now believe I'm all about face sight. Come close and wine for me, baby. Come be my company, yeah. Me can't get over your body. Me can't get over your body. Oh God. Big bumper in your clean so. Versace like an Acaso. When you wine on the dance floor, who see a vibe a dance floor. Big bumper in your clean so. Versace like an Acaso. When you wine on the dance floor, who see a vibe a dance floor. Feel like say we. Your body is a shooter, man down. Your physique banana manga, hands down. Bad girl a wine and she put me in a corner. Me tickling her fancy, she like in my persona. She bad and bad, yeah. We Bonnie and Clyde, straight to my head and I feel it. When you hold me like so can't believe it. Coachella with your bedroom party, Coachella with your waist, you nothing. I know that you know, yeah, I know that you want this. Good girl in the morning, freak in the evening. Girl, when you drop it low, you take it personal. Girl, when you drop it low, you take it personal. So then on your rotation mode. Bad girl I want, show me what you got. Don't want this stuff. Bad girl I want, baby. Then on your rotation mode. Bad girl I want, show me what you got. Don't want this stuff. Bad girl I want, baby. Then on your yeah, yeah. Bad girl I want, show me what you got.